Hi guys, my name is Jesus Chan. This is my channel, my first deck of tarot. On the channel, I just do next 24 hours general readings, just to get a little insight, see if anything come up, see if your angels, past down loved ones, ancestors want you to see anything. If you get led to this video, um, we are spiritual beings and we just attract things that we need to hear, as well as when we went and start different times of healing and stuff, we just find different information to lead us to things. Like one thing that leads to the other. And kind of find it myself. So this is our next 24 hours general reading. Tarot reading might resonate with everybody. Take what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to squeeze it into your life. Also try to keep an open mind, because the situation that could come up in the cards could be something that you already went through, something that you're currently going through, or something to come in the near future. How I just do the reading? Well, the next 24 hours general says that I just take 3 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, the basic tarot deck, the first tarot deck, or the classical tarot deck, whichever one. Let's take 3 cards. I will try to put it into a time frame unless I feel like a time frame necessary or getting prompted to say, well, this is a particular, what this next 24 hours reading might be, time speculative. If I don't feel like that is the case, I wouldn't. I'll just take a reading for as it comes up. All in all, though, I hope you'll get something insightful, something meaningful or something inspirational. Hopefully, if something could come out, because it's like a change, a time of a lot of change and stuff. So just want to keep that in mind. Also, to have an open mind, and hopefully something resonates. But if not, again, don't try to force it, because that wouldn't really make any sense. That would be defeating the purpose. And then after the 3 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, I just take 2 cards from the Angel Heart Sigil, which is a deck with us deal more on triggering and subconscious awakening, and as well as what angels, if anything negative come up, or even if you're asking for guidance, what angels are wrong here, or what angels would be best suited to ask for help. Yeah, I just also get it from the Angel Heart Sigil, which is a real nice deck. So the first card we have out is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this could be somebody who I hear budget cutting, making sure watching how to spend every penny right now. To some, it could be coming across as Scrooge behavior, or that kind of energy. But it's not necessarily that right off the bat. So just feeling if budgeting, you're hearing budgeting. Then you have the 3 of Wands in the reverse, which is about not being able to see the long-term vision, or I feeling it's you're being King of Pentacles in reverse as well. Could mean that your finances taking a turn that's not necessarily a negative turn, or you might get a cut, because again with the COVID and a lot of these systems changing up, so pay and or time that you was working and stuff could be affecting your money system, your stability, because that's what the King of Pentacles represents. The King of Pentacles will obviously be somebody who in business and does deal with money, because that's what the Pentacles represents in tarot. Then you have not being able to see, so again right off the bat is not being able to see through the long term, not being able to have optimism for the future. And then the last card out is the 9 of Cups upright, which is about family coming together, long term union, long-term union. And the King of Pentacles, who in business would be somebody that was just like a spill of cards, would be somebody who, like, you know, somebody who have then you have the Two of Cups upright. So yeah, I guess on that, the masculine energy will get help, will find a way to bring the stuff into balance, to watch at the situation objectively and not like get overwhelmed in it. 9 of Wands upright. It's obvious that you would feel like as though you went through some stuff, you would have went through a lot of different changes, you would have faced a lot of obstacles and stuff, but you would have found a way to like still survive it, which is like the hardest part. And everything then you have the Magician in the reverse. So the Magician in the reverse clarifying the Three of Wands in the reverse, which is like not being able to see the long term, like next 3 months, 6 months, how this situation could actually like work out for the better. And then you have clarifying that the Magician in the reverse, like not being able to use all the, and I'm really feeling like if you're not going to be able to use it because the final card is the Nine of Cups. So I'm feeling like if everything could work out, but for some reason it's like you're feeling as though you're not able to use. You're feeling like right now you can't use the different elements and combine them to make something useful or productive at this point in time. Like for some reason you're really not seeing like how in the long term the situation could be better. One more card to clarify the Three of Wands in reverse and the Magician in reverse. Here the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is about swift movement, something happening fast and drastic that you will not necessarily be expecting. So far this is about somebody, again a masculine energy, who budgeting, because of how the situation changing and because of how they had went through a lot of stuff, they came into balance with the higher self. That's honestly what I'm feeling. But for, but even though like they're doing like the little work, like they becoming somewhat hopeless in the sense of yes, I went through enough so I could just kind of be standoffish and watch what's going on now. But at the same time it's like they had the energy and they kind of hopeless towards the far future. Like you're not seeing how in the long term something could work out and the situation could better. But here it's saying that it would with the Nine of Cups. And then you had the Queen of Swords in the reverse, though, which is like somebody who being bitchy, somebody who being the a feminine energy who has like they just outside honestly, like they just are wrong, they just like using ways they learn the information that they acquired for like sneaky bitchy behavior. And one more card to clarify the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. And I think this is why like the masculine, the King of Pentacles, like not seeing a way forward because of this Queen of Swords energy. Because if you have somebody, if like you're going through a lot of different changes, right? And like you can't necessarily control the things that have to change, which is we're talking about how the economy going, how the work situation in countries are, how the government like implying or putting on more restrictions or taking off more restrictions, and like you can control that. But use that King of Pentacles, somebody who into business and somebody who does deal with a lot of um I hear in transactions. There's somebody who does deal with a lot of transactions, and it's like, remember, it's like everything that's bleed into one another. So if one thing affected, or one thing slowed down, or one thing you can't get access to, it's like that might actually affect something else. And apart from dealing with that, it's like you had this Queen of Swords energy around you. So like, well, again, intuitively, the Nine of Cups like represents the household, right? The household. You could see here it have like the Nine Cups, which is like facilities, commodities, things like water, electricity, internet, if that makes sense. I don't know, like that's just what coming. It wouldn't resonate with everybody. It wouldn't be for everybody, but if it is for you, take it because I could understand. So like, yeah, but this is like the family, this is like the household, this is like with the children, and the mother and the dad is supposed to be happy, however your situation is, no hate. And then you had the Queen of Swords, so this person just bitchy basically. And what I'm feeling is that this person just like bringing down this environment, which add into the uncertainties of, how the business sector going, how the it's just not helping the situation. That Queen of Swords energy, that person who just are wrong and pessimistic and had nothing good to say and just making unnecessary quibbles and stuff like that. It like taken away from, like, you can't see the long term vision with it. It's stressful. That situation sounds stressful. Guys, this is my first deck of tarot. If the video resonates, please like, subscribe to the channel. If you're not going through this, but you might know somebody who might be going through something like this, share the video to them. It might be helpful and insightful, especially when we reach across to the angel heart sigil, where you will get like the guidance to like what angel to like call upon to help deal with a situation like that. Because I had this little thing, it's like, if when you're home, that's where it's supposed to be a comfort zone, that's supposed to be a rest, that's supposed to be a heaven, that's supposed to be escape and stuff. And like, if you're in a comfortable day, like, where else you'll be comfortable? And let me be real, when you go out into the world, you have like a lot of stress to face, you have a lot of unexpected disappointments and little bumps in the road to face and stuff. And you just need that recharge time, whether if you're an empath, whether if you're sensitive, whether if you're just normal, whether if you're tough as nails, you just need that recharge time to feel like yourself again. You know, you just need the stacker does represent replenishment, taking water from the wells, the lakes, jug by jug, naked, as humble as possible, as um, authentic as possible, and really replenish yourself as slow as possible. This is literally like somebody who now going into a stage of healing, and like you had to decide to go into that stage of healing. Okay, two cards for most likely blockages. You're going into a stage of healing, like, just you really need to like work on yourself and put stuff back into yourself. Like, take time and really see what you like, what you don't like, where it is you need to really set boundaries on. Because the way how things moving and stuff, you don't want to have something that like is a part of you that's not stable, if that make any sense. Yeah, so any possible blockages is like, don't waste your energy to fight like right way. They like it is something like somebody in a home situation. Take this as up, it resonates. And then you had the Four Cups, because I felt like taking it. The Four Cups upright, right? So this is basically saying that you don't want to waste your energy fighting, because it wouldn't really make any sense. It's not energy that you want to waste, because yes, a King of Pentacles at the end of the day, even though you're coming out in the reverse, whoever this reading resonates with, even though you're coming out in the reverse, again, the King of Pentacles is somebody who into business, who does deal with transactions, who knows people, who are links, who always making moves, that kind of thing. But he into business and stuff. And basically, this last row here showing the Nine of Cups, the home environment, where the happy support and the positive energy is supposed to be restored. It's have a queen of like swords around the energy, or like a female figure. Could be a mother, a child mother, something. Take this with that light. I don't even want to like vary too much on that part, but like you had to like try to replenish yourself. You had to again like take time to know yourself, because some are we in situations where it's like we depend on other people, we codependent in certain aspects, and all our we just have to learn to become independent at some point. But sometimes you just have to go through situations to learn different aspects of yourself and to heal different aspects of yourself. Like and the only way to really is like get the two cards that come out for the most likely outcome or the final advice is the dead card, which represent like just letting it go. And yes, it will have conflict. Yes, it will have people who would not agree. Yes, it will have people who would want to disagree with you agreeing for your peace of mind and for your like to have your heart settle and now it's like thumping and out of sync, and it would have people who wouldn't agree with that, but the most likely outcome or your like advice for who this resonating with is to like let it go, let it fall, let go and have surgery and take what you can solve. Like at first, like I just want to get one more card. At first, like in these kind of situations, it doesn't be easy because it's like, especially when you spend a lot of time with somebody or you have somebody around for like a long period of time, it's like that when that person leaves, it's like yes, there's a space, but hopefully, um, once you take that time to heal and once you're trying to keep your mind in the right mindset, you should attract something better because you've already learned the negative lesson from that phase here. You attract something better, the Wheel of Fortune upright, because you'd already learned the negative from that phase and you would have already learned where you don't want and also like where you do deserve. So you should, and it's only right that you attract something better. But at the same time too, you have to replenish, you have to see yourself as a star, you have to feel empowered again, you have to rebuild from scratch if that is what you have to do, because the King of Pentacles in reverse could also mean somebody who like flatline in the prophets, who like fall out of business. And again, it could be because of so much things changing, so many different like battles, small fights, stuff like that. Not being able to feel like if you could really like bring into fruition future income, future like wealth to sustain yourself, because let's be real, like even though it's all these new restrictions and stuff, like more jobs not coming out, so you have to find ways to like kind of budget space and stuff and find different ways to open up to different thing. And the first card, two cards we just take from the Angel Heart Sigil. The first card is anticipation. Like yeah, some people have like you don't want to turn anticipation into anxiety, because some people like we so worked up, and it has happened, right? So it's okay. Some people we so worked up and it's so many different changes, and then you're probably just for some reason not getting that rest time to like really replenish. So it's like you don't want to turn anticipation into anxiety though, even though anticipation is good, because I mean that you're looking forward to working on something for tomorrow and stuff like that, but you don't want to get too much up in your head and um too bottled up with the face front circumstances, the things that's at face side that you're going through, and like forget the healing and thing and the wisdom, and because if you're King of Pentacles, once you get yourself back to there, but you don't want to turn anticipation into anxiety, because then that will start momentum towards negative things. And clear, you just have to let this situation, wherever it is, take this as it applies. It could be a job, it could be a person, it could be a relationship, it could be a living situation, it could be a car, it could be a piece of equipment that you have to let go. It could, wherever it is, just let go. And at the same time, keep an open mind that it would have people who wouldn't agree with your decisions, but at the same time too, nobody don't know like your nobody don't know your hold on now. Nobody don't know the amount of pressure you could take and stuff, and nobody don't know the amount like God, sorry guys, but the point is just to know your boundaries, and people wouldn't necessarily know what's best for you, but you at some point have to let certain stuff go, and it's necessary, and you will feel as though like in the future like nothing good can really come out of the situation because of how like everything is and stuff. But the wheel of fortune on your side, so you have good energy around you. It's just to keep your mind positive so that you don't like make any blockages or on subconscious. You don't say no in your subconscious then because it will never come true in your conscious. So the first card is Zafkiel, anticipation. And again, for this card, I just saying you don't turn anticipation quickly into once into anxiety. So like just chill, relax, pray, meditate when you're feeling like if you're getting too much. Do something that you like when you're feeling like if you're just bored and you're losing your mind a little because you might be in lockdown. You might not be doing as much stuff as you normally does do, and that is okay. But you will adjust eventually and you will find more stuff because if you're a normally productive person, you will find more ways to make yourself productive and stuff. So like don't be too hard on yourself. Do not like I seen like four things. Literally, like don't bother to fight with yourself, with your mental, um, with your mentality. Don't like try to fight with yourself. At the same time, don't become bored. Don't become um. So let me just show that. Don't like fight with yourself. Don't fight with your friends. Don't fight with your groups. Sometimes it's better to like just take the rest. Don't become bored. Don't become aloof. Don't become stubborn. Don't become hard-hearted for some people for when you see if the situation a little more serious. Allow what is to die, allow what has expired in your life to leave, to fall off naturally, because when you outgrow situations, when you outgrow people, it's a natural process. It is just it's just natural, so allow it to, you know, and like conflicts will come up. Try not to be reactive. Try to center yourself. Try to um, try to understand that everybody doing the best that they could, and like take like I hear you will see some snakes come out, you will see some people who um you will see people for the true colors, and like what I just try to do in situations like that is like try to accept so that you know who you're dealing with. Don't necessarily like try to fight into it like why and how come, and life have people that you would have around you for a long period of time, and the reasons that you were saying they are wrong you for, like if you was to really know, like it would blast you out of this world. So try not to get too caught up in other people's thing because you do have the wheel of fortune, you do have a good fortunate energy around you. That good things could happen, that unexpected lucks, unexpected winnings, unexpected fortunate circumstances or events could happen to you. So you really want to be open because you don't want these things to come to you and then you're in a negative mindset, and it's like these things pass and you're blinded basically and you miss opportunities that could have helped you out. So Zafkiel, anticipation. Anticipations are the realizations that occur before a future happening. Wheel of Fortune, anticipation, well, yeah. So, anticipations are the realizations that occur before a future happening, rich with the presence of the infinite. Anticipations are pregnant with premonition and intuition. Anticipations accompany the law of attraction. Anticipations are glorious rockets of desire enhancing the creation of the law of manifestation. Anticipations opaque the crudity of expectations, for they never fixate on outcome. Hence, you're not necessarily, you don't know the outcome, so you don't want to turn anticipation into anxiety. Whereas, like, you're so fixated on one particular outcome that anything, like if the breeze looking like you're going in any other direction, you rush to have a meltdown or something like that. It mightn't be so dire, hopefully it's not so dire, but you just really want to like be hopeful, be optimistic. Honestly, keep that 10% open for the disappointment. Keep that 10% open for plan B to a reroute or detour, and just like, but just don't get too caught up. And you will see like, because that is like literally four different seasons that you might go through as seeing different people, seeing different aspects of yourself. It have positive in every negative, no matter how down in the dark you might have to go to see it. It does have. So you just want to try to attract that and pull that and keep yourself as light and colorful aura wise to attract the positivity that's all they make right now. Um, Anticipations opaque the crudity of expectation, for they never fixate on outcome. Anticipations live in the existence of the now, heralding the greatest anticipation of all. Our journey home to pure spirit and into the inclusive consciousness of the source. In the meantime, Safki's heartfelt substance is reminding you of your connection with all that is good, loving, and pure in your mission here on earth. Also, it suggests that you upgrade your connection with the divine by embodying the virtues of the heart, meditating, praying, and chanting messages of loving intent. Safkiel's heart sigil wishes to shimmer with the possibility of anticipation and requests that you chant Bur Shvu Swaha, one of the most powerful mantras that has existed for thousands of years to this very day. And the next card is Metatron Charisma. And this is Lady Nan Teresa, Sister Teresa. I remember her this time. Nobody didn't even put in the comments, but see what. So this is Mother Teresa, and she represents Karma Metatron, who this symbol here, because this is actually the first time one in the readings that I get introduced to the symbol. This symbol is like, this says something to do with the eighth chakra, which is the we as humans, we have seven chakras, or we popularize seven chakras, but we say it we have a lot more chakras than that. But for some reason, the eighth chakra is the angel, the chakra that is deal with like the connection to the angels and stuff, like right off after we seventh chakra. So going right inside. Metatron Charisma. Metatron conjures you to a powerful teaching evoked by the heart sigil essence of this card. This asks you to contemplate the divinely conferred talents that Mother Teresa possessed. People who met her suggested they saw a divine illumination all around her, a clear sign of charisma. This is a gift of grace bestowed on an individual as a compelling charm and eliciting devotion from all who behold them. The root, or the root of the word is suffused with charity and indicates that those who possess charisma are beings of heartfelt generosity. Therefore, review how your own circumstances may need greater clarity in relation to your own generosity of spirit, or indeed how you are undervaluing the peaceful heart radiation of your own aura and the effect it has on other people. The heart, when charged with love, has an energy field 5,000 times greater than the human brain. Chant Ha from your heart chakra, the Anahata, to fuel your conviction of the divine. Um, mm, I should have said. Okay, so this is a gift of grace bestowed on an individual as a compelling charm and eliciting devotion from all who behold them. The root of the word is suffice for charity and indicates that those who possess charisma are beings of heartfelt generosity. think it had something to do with compelling charm, but I really don't remember. Okay, so I wouldn't keep on it too long. For those who made it this far, like, thank you guys so much. For you who didn't make it this far, thanks still for your time. If the video resonated with you, like, subscribe, share the video if somebody might be going through something like this and you feel it might be insightful or a little helpful for them. Um, yeah, thank you guys so much, and just like treat each other with love. Laters.